I'm going to give you an introduction for the first assignment. First, look in the folder for week 1 and you'll see the APA Basics Quick Start video, APA Purdue OWL website. Look at these, start learning how to do APA style. Start with the textbook and see how I've done that one. Learn about the italics, learn about capital letters, learn about punctuation like periods and commas, parentheses, and so forth, where you use initials, where you use a full name, etc. And so you have to pay special attention to these as you go through. Discussion post 1, chapter 1, the Boren instructions. Let me take a look and show you what those are. The discussion post and peer response. There are 2 parts to the assignment, the discussion post and the peer response. This will be from Boren, chapter 1. This is the textbook right here that we're starting with, and for the first chapter, Boren, make sure you have the textbook. If you're in a panic because you don't have the textbook or they're out of them at the bookstore, which is a possibility, you might be able to work a deal with the bookstore to get an electronic version, which I would be fine with. Or if we're in a real pinch, come to my office in the afternoon and I'll perhaps be able to lend it to you so you can make a quick copy since you're going to buy the book, because you're going to have to buy it soon. Get it on order, and once you have it ordered from the bookstore, if that's what your plan is, then I will go ahead and make a copy for you. Okay, the discussion post is worth 25 points. It's going to be 300 to 400 words, must address all aspects of the prompt and include 2 academic references, one of which can be the textbook. I don't want you to go to Wikipedia. I don't want you to go to a popular website. It can be a state of Texas website. It can be a government website. It can be from a university as long as it's not student papers. Make sure that your in-text citations and reference list conform to APA style format, and I'll grade you down if it is not. The discussion post must be submitted in 3 ways, in 3 locations. Copy and paste it in the discussion post window, attach it in the post Dropbox, and submit it to the Turnitin Dropbox. And there are directions for all of those, and I can't go over those right now, but give me a call if you have trouble with any of those, especially if this is your first time in my course. The submissions will not take much time. It will assure that formatting will not be lost when you copy and paste, which has happened before in other courses. The peer response will then be 5 points, 100 to 150 words. Must address both your peer's post and the prompt. Don't just talk about anything, and don't talk about something peripheral or tangential that your peer has written about. Write about something that relates to the actual post, the question. Reply to 1 or more of your peers. You don't have to reply to just 1. Now, a reply to a reply will not count. You must reply to an original discussion post of 1 of your peers. Compare, contrast, give more examples, etc. to enrich your fellow student's post. Copy and paste the reply to your peer. Do not attach it. Now, the prompt for this first assignment is answer the question, why do I want to be part of a mentoring experience? Describe how you have been mentored by someone. How does that experience compare to the content of this first chapter? You're going to find that since this is something you know something about, and after you've read the chapter, you know what it's about and what issues it's dealing with, and you can write about that. Make sure your grammar is good. Here's the rubric that I'm going to use to grade your assignment. Now, this is a little bit off as far as alignment goes, which I need to fix. But here is the focus. The prompt is completely and clearly addressed. You're not talking about a lot of other things. You're sticking to the prompt and you're answering all aspects of the prompt. You're not just doing one little portion of the prompt. You're doing it all. You have not only answered the question, why do you want to be a part of a mentoring experience? You've also described how you've been mentored by someone, and you've also talked about how this experience compares to the content of this first chapter. So you have to do all 3 of those and do them well and completely to get the full points. Otherwise, I will take off 5 points probably. If the prompt is addressed or it's partially addressed, I might take off 7 points. Out of 25 points, 40% is a lot. Grammar and mechanics, 20%. free of grammatical errors, errors in subject, verb agreement, verb and adjective forms, pronoun referent agreement, free of mechanical errors in punctuation, capitalization, spelling, use of numbers, etc. If grammar is an issue for you, you need to make a regular appointment at the Writing Center. I hope they're open on Sundays. I believe they are open on Sundays. They're open on Mondays. Check on Saturdays. Do your work ahead of time so you can show it to a friend, to a colleague, to someone in the mentoring center or the writing center so that they can help you with your grammar if that's an issue for you. Because 20%, I won't take off more than 5 to 7 points or so for your grammar, but those add up as you go along. That'll be the difference between passing and failing, or between an A and a B, or a B and a C. Research, another 40%. And so there's a total out of 25 points. I can take off 40%, almost half, like 10 points almost, for poor in-text references and poor reference list, or for plagiarism, in other words, copying too much from the textbook or from somewhere else. And same thing with the focus. So make sure you study your APA, you double check your references with the style manual, and you might even want to buy an APA style manual. They're less than $30 through Amazon. You'll get it by the end of the week probably. Talking about quotations, you need to come up with 300 words, but I expect to have 300 or more words. The 300 words is in addition to any quotations you have. If you're doing quotations from an article or from the textbook, that will not count as part of your 300 to 400 words. You can go over the 400 words if you're doing quotations. And make sure that you're not doing like 1/3 of it quotations and you have only 350 words. That won't cut it, and I'll be taking off for having it being too short. So make sure that then it will not be completely and clearly addressed because you're under the word count. Okay, if you have any questions, give me a call. I'll be happy to help you.